Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary for Thursday, November the 22nd. I'm Clay Emo at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm a founding member of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. You may have noticed a trend. Every Thursday I'm wearing this goofy blue shirt. It's because I come straight from my workout before I go to work. And yes, hence the I think it's the $10 Walmart special. I really like it. It's just kind of comfy. But anyways, it's not Clay's fashion commentary. It's Clay's Canucks commentary. The Canucks lost 4-3 yesterday in a pretty entertaining game to the Anaheim Ducks. One of those games where you just had a feeling the Canucks are going to try very hard, very valiantly, but in the end, they came up short. Didn't help that Derek Pouliot did everything he could to help Anaheim win the game. He gave that giveaway to Getzlaf in the first period, and I was at church on Wednesday nights, as I usually am, running religious education classes, but I was following the tweets, and of course Twitter blew up, everyone wanting Pouliot's head, so to speak, and I saw the replay, and yes, I know things happen fast, but he could have easily put that puck, you know, on his backhand to the one corner. He could have put the puck on forehand to the other corner, even though Raquel was just getting up from falling, but still, that would better play. He could even put it back to Markstrom, which is more of a dangerous play, but at least Markstrom, I think, would have been ready for that because his pads are down. But no, he did the worst thing possible, aside from maybe putting it over the glass, is he put it straight up the middle. Getzlaf made a really nice move, actually, and scored the goal. Another one of the Anaheim Ducks goals, it was just after Pouliot got out of the penalty box. So while it wasn't a power play goal, it was just as he was he was getting onto the ice. So technically the Canucks were still shorthanded in the zone when that happened. And then another Anaheim Ducks goal, he was the one who could not clear the puck from behind the net and gave it up along the boards, which led to the goal itself. So 3 out of the 4 goals, you could say Pouliot was either directly responsible for or had a hand. And that's not good. When you only responsible for 1 on your side, then that's a -2 from a standpoint of chances given up or whatever, or chances capitalized on. So does that mean Biega? You know, now that Pouliot's off the first power play unit because Ben Hutton's on there, you could actually put Biega in, or maybe you kind of wait it out until Alexander joins the team. Maybe as early as tomorrow, San Jose, or maybe Saturday against LA. But I think we'd all agree that Alex Adler cannot return to the lineup soon enough. So tough game for Derek Pouliot. Someone who I've been impressed with in his 2 games here has been forward Sam Gagner. Got a nice assist yesterday on Derek Pouliot's goal, and he's not looked out of place. You know, after the game, he was saying that he believes he belongs in the NHL. He feels good. He feels like an NHL player. And as I've said before, I'm very happy for him. The salary, the cap hit isn't that bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. $3 million a year. It could be a lot worse. So I'm happy for Gagner, and I think he's, like I said, I've said for the past few days, he brings a lot of stability and a lot of leadership, and he knows the system. So certainly has not been a liability in the 2 games that he's been with the team. Canucks are in the middle of a 7-game road trip, 7-game losing streak, excuse me, not a 7-game road trip, in the middle of a 3-game road trip. And oh, how I wish we could go back to the days where, just 2 weeks ago, where they won that exciting game over Colorado 7-6 in overtime at home. You know, since then, they've only won 1 game. They beat Boston 8-5 at the start of that 6-game road trip, but aside from that, they've lost 8, including the last 7. So not good. Only 1-8 since that Colorado win, and of course losers of their last 7. One guy though who's, I think, put the team on his back, and I would argue is the MVP of the Canucks this season, is Bo Horvat. Yes, Elias Pettersson would win Rookie of the Year, or he will win Rookie of the Year. Hopefully he'll win the most exciting player, the best deker, or whatever you want to say, the guy that gives us the most hope. But I'd say if you look at MVP, most valuable player, most valuable to this franchise, not discounting Pettersson's goals and his points, of course, and the excitement he brings, but I would argue it is indeed Bo Horvat. He's the future captain of the team. In fact, when Teemu Selanne was there before the game, it was kind of a funny moment. The Anaheim PA public address announcer announced Bo Horvat as the captain of the Canucks. Not completely inaccurate in that he's one of the 4 alternate captains, but it was kind of cool to hear, and it didn't sound out of place. So anyways, why is Horvat the MVP in my eyes? Well, he's 21 points in 24 games, so that's just under a point per game. He's steadily improved every season he's been in the NHL, you know, from his rookie season in 2014-15 all the way up. So much so where last year he had 44 points, I think, or so in only 62 games. So you know, that was an improvement even over the 51 points or 52 points he got in the 81 or 82 games he played the season before. It was an improvement on a points per game average, and this year, like I said, 21 and 24 is just under a point per game. So he's doing it on the offensive end, obviously, especially I read a stat, 10 out of 11 goals are on the road, which is pretty crazy. I love to, you know, celebrate one of his goals at home, but that'll come. So not only the scoring though, so he's the leading scorer on the team, but obviously his leadership is important. He's our top center. Him and Pettersson are our top two centers. So he's playing in a lot of situations, taking a lot of face-offs with Sutter and Beagle out, taking offensive zone draws, taking defensive zone draws. He's actually played a bit of PK, you know, with Sutter and Beagle out. He's played a bit of PK, not a lot, but a little bit. Obviously, they didn't want him playing many this year. They wanted to concentrate on offense. And, of course, he's a mainstay on the Canucks' first power play unit. He's a leader on the ice. He's a leader off the ice. And he's simply reliable. Anytime you need a big goal or a big play, it's usually Horvat that's in the middle of things. And he's not the biggest, you know, he's not going to crush a guy along the boards, or he's not going to get into too many scraps, but he can fight when he wants to. He says the right things in the room. So all these things, but especially his play, if we're talking about MVP, we're talking about his play on the ice. And yes, Pettersson's exciting. Pettersson gives us hope. But I'd say that Horvat has been the most consistent player of the entire season. And he's the one that seems in the middle of things, and the one that we can rely, always given 100% offense, defense, and the guy that we can rely on when we need a big goal, or at least a big play, along with Pettersson, of course. And like I said, hinting at the Colorado game, I can't wait for Besser to get back. So right now, Horvat's my early season pick for MVP, with a close nod to Pettersson, you know, as the runner-up. So that's what I want to talk about today. I want to get inside, work and shower a little bit. But I love to hear what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with my assessment that Horvat would be MVP? Would you give it to Pettersson? Would you give it to someone else? And I'd love to hear who that person may be. And again, I cite Horvat's offense, his reliability, his leadership, face-offs, offense, defense zone, whatever it may be, power play. I just think that he's really the guy that holds our team together. And thank goodness he's you know, he's healthy and an engine for our team, because last year's horrendous slide actually started at the start of December at a game where I was at, where Horvat got injured on an innocent looking play along the boards, and then we know what happened to the Canucks after that. So hopefully the Canucks are getting their horrible losing streak out of the way now. Hopefully it ends soon. I don't know when. Maybe it's when Edler and other guys come back, but we shall see. And they have a chance to do that starting tomorrow against a very tough and very motivated and very a team that has momentum in the San Jose Sharks. Speaking of San Jose, did I tell you I'm going to the NHL All-Star Game in January? I think I have. Okay, I'll talk about that more in another video. So Canucks fans, let me know what you think. Do you agree? Is Bo Horvat the early season pick for MVP? Would you give it to Pettersson? Would you give it to someone else? Leave a comment below. Talk about Gagne's game if you want. Talk about Derek Pouliot's game if you somehow want to, without throwing up all over your keyboard. And maybe talk a bit about the loss last night if you want. Whatever you talk about, I'll read it. I'll react to it, and I'll do my best to reply to it. So leave that comment below. Subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Canucks are off today, licking their wound, so to speak, and they get back at it. Game 2 of their 3-game road trip in California against San Jose tomorrow night. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.